Good evening from Australia. Hi, Dushan. Happy New Year to you. We've got we've got an hour and 40 minutes until midnight. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve as well. Bobush, Happy New Year, Buon anno. Just wait for see if anyone else comes on. Where are you, Babush? Are you in Melbourne? Hello, Irindil. I hope I pronounced that right. I'll see if there's a few more people come on. I usually record my weekly rotation video, but today I've had a few drinks and it's basically I wasted a whole recording because my editing is not great. So I'm just going to show you what I wore for the last 7 days. Awesome, Babush. Patty, Happy New Year. Hi, Tina. 12 hours to go in Germany. Yep. Well, Australia is one of the first. That's awesome. Turn on, tune in, drop out. It's a good place to live. Hello, Esther. How are you? Happy New Year. I hope you have a good New Year's Eve. Are you doing anything fun tonight? Maybe once I see who says hello, and then I might show you what I wore in the last 7 days. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it at the moment, so you'll have to forgive me. And I hope you can all hear me and see me okay. Anyway, I hope everyone's had a good holiday season. Christmas if you celebrate it, or if you don't, I hope you've had some vacation time. All right. So I'll just show you what I wore the last week, and if anyone has a comment or question, feel free. Lovely, thanks, Esther. Thank you for confirming that. On Christmas Day, so exactly a week ago, last Monday, Christmas Day, I'll tell you what I wore for Christmas Day. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, and I don't know how long I'll stay on the stream because there's probably going to be fireworks outside and it might get noisy, so we'll see how we go. So last Monday being Christmas Day, I wore, I don't know if you can see that okay, Habanita by Molinard. If anybody on the chat knows this one, let me know. Look how awesome that bottle is. That's a 3D relief. What do you call that? A freeze? It's one of the best bottles I own. And then, speaking of beautiful bottles, but also beautiful perfume, later that day I switched up to Gucci's Memoir d'une Odeur. Now, a lot of people don't love this perfume. It is pretty soft. It's pretty weak, like in terms of performance. But I think this is so good. Yeah, if you like chamomile, I get quite a bit of jasmine in this as well. But how gorgeous is this bottle? Thanks, Tina. Hi, MJ. Happy New Year. Next day, I guess you could call both of these classics. My modern version of Rochas Femme. There we go. And you'll notice that this one has this sort of gold cap. Now, I've seen other versions with a black cap. I'm talking about newer versions, not vintage. Um, some people seem to think that the one with the black cap maybe is a bit more cumin in it. I don't. It's in this as well, but I don't think it's very strong in this version here. This one is really fruity. Actually, it's like a lot. There's a lot of sort of peach in there. I'm gonna end up spraying all of these perfumes on and stinking like. Oh, okay, we'll move on. That's beautiful. And then I wore Sartorial by Penhaligons. I might mention a little bit. I bought this bottle probably, I want to say about 2018, and it was a used bottle. So this is like only a 50, I think it's 50 mil. Yeah, 50 ml bottle. And I haven't gone through much of it, but I do wear this quite a bit on average because I've got a lot of bottles and I rotate through all my bottles. I probably the most I wear the same perfume for a whole year is probably about like this year. I wore Chanel Egoist about 15 times, and that was my most worn perfume for the year. At the end, once I've shown you all my perfumes for the week, I'll explain to you what I'm going to do starting tomorrow. New year, I'm going to do something different with my perfume. Um, let's just say hi to a few people. Michele, was it Michelle or Michele? I don't know if it's like a masculine Italian name or a different spelling of Michelle. Michele, I'm gonna assume it's Michele. Um, well, how cuminy is it? I don't think this one is very cuminy. The one with the gold cap. I think if you get the black cap one, it's more cumin. Um, Hello, Obina, from all the way from Nigeria. It's great to have you here. And Babush, 99% cumin. Yeah, I'm not sure which one maybe you've smelled. Okay, so on Wednesday, midweek, ah, okay, Michelle, okay. Sorry about that. Hi, Michelle. Um, Lagerfeld Classic, modern version, very sparkly orange amber, quite powdery in the dry down. This was when I was really young. This was actually not this bottle, but Lagerfeld. It was known as Lagerfeld cologne back then. Was the first bottle of perfume that I owned. So it's got a little bit of sentimental value to me. And then I wore one of the Miskeo perfumes. This one is Epis, very spicy, as the name probably suggests. Beautiful cardamom. It's there is what I think. It's quite a bit of saffron in here as well. It's really beautiful, warm spices. Um, okay, Michelle, have I tried Lagerfeld KL? No, I haven't. I haven't tried it. I actually, I'm ashamed to say that I haven't tried any other Lagerfeld perfumes other than Lagerfeld Classic, actually. So if you recommend trying KL, I'd be happy to if I can find some. Um, then on Thursday, one of my favorite, one of my all-time favorite perfumes. This one is 34 Saint Germain Boulevard, the original EDT from Diptyque. Um, this one is quite quite floral. I'm going to smell so good by the end of this stream. I get like this very light eucalyptus note in here, as well as this creamy tuberose. But I think it's like tuberose mixed with resins, and the resins add this sort of creamy sweetness to it. But overall, it's such a beautiful floral resinous perfume. It's really actually pretty unique. I don't think I've smelled anything that is very similar to this perfume. And the inspiration behind it, in case you didn't know, was that they wanted this perfume to basically be replicate the smell of the original Diptyque store in Paris. So you can imagine the physical bricks and mortar store, walking in with all those smells, and this is sort of like an amalgamation of all of that, or that's the inspiration for it. And I don't know if you can pick that up here on the screen, but this bottle is supposed to be like a candle wick, so it's supposed to sort of replicate their Diptyque candles, and it's got a beautiful magnetic cap. And then my friend Alex from the Perfume Temple, who I did a live stream with last week or a couple of weeks ago, he recommended this brand to me, but he specifically recommended this perfume here. This is Gravel, American Dream. So the reason he recommended this to me was because it has quite a lot of similarities to the classic Dior Eau Sauvage Eau de Toilette, except this definitely, if you've only smelled the current version of Eau Sauvage, it still smells really, really good, but it is very weak. Like I can't smell it on my skin after an hour or two. It gets really faint. So like I can smell it, but I have to do this to smell it. So this American Dream is very similar in structure. Like it's not an exact replica of Eau Sauvage, but it's that same idea. The citruses, the herbs, that mossiness. But this one is very present on my skin. It has a lot more projection. It lasts quite a bit longer. So just one to make note of if you're looking for something stronger. What day am I up to? Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, I forgot what I wore yesterday now. This is Friday. Okay, Friday. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Well, my dog's around here somewhere, but she doesn't smell, luckily for me. Friday was Antaeus by Chanel. Just show you the cap, because obviously over the years the bottles changed, the caps changed. If anyone's interested, this is I think it's about a 2016 bottle, or around that time. Still smells amazing. It's very distinctively Antaeus. And then I also wore Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. So these used to be in different bottles. I think the original ones were like in these square black bottles. This is, and it was known as Guerlain Homme Intense, maybe. So it's Eau de Parfum, so like the slightly stronger one. And this is quite often described as, like inspired by the mojito cocktail, that lime and rum sort of combination. It's to me, it's a very much a holiday scent. I don't think it's anything particularly special, but I always enjoy wearing this, especially when it gets hot around this time of the year. In Australia, it's just like a really easy, relaxing wear. Hey Cherie, Happy New Year. Why are you watching this and how come you're not at a party? That's what I want to know. And Cherie, if you want to hop on and say hi, by all means let me know. I'll send you the link. On Saturday, I wore, Saturday being yesterday, I wore my bottle of this is see, I want to say this right now. So this is Serge Lutens. This is Borneo 1834. Amazing patchouli perfume. I absolutely hate these bottles. Okay, so this particular perfume I know has come in those traditional rectangle regular line Serge. It's been in a bell jar version as well. And these perfumes are ridiculous because, first of all, it's really difficult. I mean, you can shine a light. It's really difficult to see the juice level. If you have a few of these and you've got them on a shelf or in a cabinet, you have to really look hard to see which one you're picking up. And also, if they're just sitting somewhere, they're just so easy to knock over. And I think they're one of the worst bottle designs I've come across. Then later that day, I wore another Miskeo perfume. This one was the one we released earlier this year. It's Thoy, and I can't get it out of the bag. This is like one of my favorite green scents. It's so grassy. To me, it's like moist grass and plants in, just after the rain. There's a bit of earthiness to it. I just can't get it out. So, same bottle as all the others. That's for, excuse me. Yeah, Michelle, that's right. Like these, I mean these. Well, I'll tell you another reason why I don't like them is because where I keep my perfumes, I'll show you actually. I have like a sort of small cabinet, and there's about 9 of these drawers. So I've got a drawer out here, and I can put all my perfumes in here and just put them in the cabinet. And so, like, they're not on display or anything like that. So if I want to get a perfume, I have to pull the drawer out. But these don't. They're too tall for those drawers, and I have to sort of lie them down. All right. Well, Cherie, let me see. Okay, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, but I'm not going to just let anyone on. So please don't be offended if I don't let you on, because I'm not planning a long live stream either. Yeah, so I really dislike those new. I think they're called gratte de ciel, or it's a French terminology for skyscraper, which I guess is what they're inspired by. Today, New Year's Eve. This morning, I went out and I sort of just sprayed on Comme des Garçons Two Man. Another bottle that I've had for a long time, probably longer than that sartorial bottle that I showed you earlier. I bought this full, brand new, and after all that time, I'm only halfway through. It still smells great. I keep the bottle stored in the dark. It's not hot or anything like that, and I haven't had a perfume go off on me yet, even though some of my bottles are well over 6 years old now. And then tonight, earlier, just before I came on the stream, I sprayed this. This is Pandora by St. Clair Scents. I've got samples. I can't, at the moment, there's no shipping of St. Clair Scents. If I wanted to buy a full bottle to Australia, hopefully I can find some way to make that happen at some stage. But that is my weekly rotation for the last week. What have you guys been wearing? Have you got any questions? Because like I said, I had not planned to do a live stream tonight, and I'm pretty, let's say, not sober, and I'm not sure how long I can keep this together for. Excuse me. MJ, I only got the Puente samples yesterday, and I haven't tested any yet. So yeah, I'm gonna let Cherie on to say hi to everybody and wish her a happy new year. Hello.
Hello, how are you? Happy New Year.
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, yeah, pretty good. Bit
Is
soggy.
your sound okay? Because I didn't even bother to get my earbuds.
I can hear you okay. Can you hear me
Great.
okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
So what are you doing tonight?
We're just at home. I literally just ate a salad. I'm hoping I haven't got salad in my teeth, but
Are you going? Oh, hang on, it's echoing. Okay. I will just quickly grab some earbuds
me
because
too. Me too.
that's well, when I say earbuds. All right. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Hopefully that will stop the echoing. Can you hear me now? Can you still hear me? Just let me know. So I don't know what the tradition. I can hear you okay. Can you hear me, Sheree?
I can hear you fine, and it's not echoing now
No.
either.
All right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I was just about to say, I don't know what the tradition is in other parts of the world, but as you know, Sheree, like on New Year's Eve, most of the major capital cities do massive fireworks, but they do one at 9 p.m. So, young kids can see them and then they can go to sleep and not stay up too late. And then in about an hour and 15 minutes, they're obviously going to do the midnight ones all over the place. But people in my neighborhood, I don't know if it happens where you live, Sheree, in my neighborhood, they get illegal fireworks and start popping them all night.
Not in this neighbourhood, but in the house where we used to live, yes. Because
Yeah.
where we used to live was sort of at the top of a hill, and I don't know, the houses around used to take great pleasure in letting off fireworks, and the whole suburb could hear it, basically.
Did you buy yourself any perfumes in the last week? Like, were there any sales that you had your eye on?
Not in the last week, no, but the week before Christmas I did buy a perfume, but
Oh yeah.
that's about
Was
as I
was
did.
that
You go.
Was it? No, I was going to say, was that like your Christmas present to yourself?
wasn't even I wasn't even thinking about that. It was just I smelled this perfume on someone and I just couldn't stop thinking about it for 2 days, and I just decided I'm just going to buy it. So I went and bought it, and
Oh, beautiful.
and I've been wearing it quite a bit ever since. So if anyone's following me on Instagram, you probably would have seen me post about it already. But yeah, it was Dior Riviera actually.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
so
Hey, do you,
yeah, I'm enthralled by it. I'm really loving it. But it's really hot and sticky here at the moment.
yeah,
So
yeah. But isn't it supposed to be like a lighter scent or not?
yeah, it is. It is. It's basically fig for me, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
really interesting because a lot of people like the descriptions that people give are so widely varied. So Henna from CanadianBeauty.com, she gets
Yeah.
she thinks it's more of a gourmand. I don't get gourmand elements at all. It's very figgy to me. And I don't even really get the rose, but then other people talk about the rose, and I'm going, oh,
Okay.
I just cannot get the rose. It's just green fig to me, but it's
But
beautiful. It's really
I
nice.
mean, I haven't smelt it, so I don't know what, if I like it, but I'm always interested in perfumes that do that, like where lots of different people smell different things.
Yeah, it's great. It makes it very interesting. And when I smelled it on this other person, I really got lots of rose. The way I don't know, it was emanating off him, and I was getting rose in the mix, but I'm not getting it when I wear it myself. It's very interesting. So it's nice. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I know it's sort of received kind of underwhelming reviews, but
I
it
think
works for me.
yeah, I think when Dior do a new Privé, they're always like up against it, given how much they cost, and
Yeah, that's true.
everyone's expecting Francis Kirkland to just do something amazing, and so far like they're still waiting for it. But if you like it, did you say you got it on sale or?
No, no. I just bought the little 40 ml bottle, and in
Oh, okay,
hindsight,
okay.
yeah, but in hindsight, what I should have done was go onto the Facebook groups and see if anyone could send me a decant, because that would have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
cheaper. I
yeah,
was actually astounded by how much the prices have gone up. I mean, I know prices have gone up across the board, but
yeah.
those 40 ml bottles, I remember they used to be not that long ago about $150, and now they're 235 or something crazy like
Oh,
that. It's
wow.
nuts. And so at that point, when I put it in the cart, I was like, oh, do I really want to buy this? And then I thought, oh, it's Christmas, sure.
I'm just putting some comments up from people. Thank you
Yeah, I
for the
can't
lovely
read
comment. Oh, you
them.
can't see them? No.
Yeah, I'm too. They're too small.
Adamus is just saying Happy New Year, fan of the channel. And you recently purchased Olent from Diptyque. Because I'm really curious to smell this because I know we have Diptyque here, and Henna has been talking about this one, and she really
Yes.
loves it. But they don't have this one
No,
here
they
from what
don't.
I can see.
I went looking for it after she posted
Yeah.
her video about it, but I couldn't find it to smell.
And so have you got anything sort of on your short list to get in the new year? Not necessarily very soon, but like any bottles you got on your list?
Yeah, look, there's a few that it's so funny because I just did that video not long ago where I said I'm not keeping a wish list at the moment,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because for me, in a way, having a wish list almost encourages me to buy them even after I forgot about them. But there have been a few recently that are sort of on my radar. I'm not sure about buying a bottle yet because I don't know how easy the bottles are to get. But
Yeah.
yeah, Mabette from
Oh, yeah.
Eris has just gone pretty much to the top of the list. I got a sample from Saint Celier,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that just blew me away. Loved it.
That is my favorite one from Eris Marbet. Yeah, yeah. I think only for us, I think only Saint Celier. I don't know if there's other retailers that sell it and ship here. Guys, that. In case you didn't already know, Cherie, that's her YouTube
Oh, thanks.
channel. So go and follow her if you're not.
Hasn't been very active over the last week, and probably won't be for another week or so
Oh
because
yeah, but
our
you upload regularly though. Like
oh
a
yeah,
week is not that long.
usually once a week, but well, I don't know how long it's going to take because we've had some crazy storms here, and
Yeah.
our NBN port got fried by lightning about a week ago, and
So you got no
we've had
internet.
we've had no internet, and we don't know how long it's going to take because I think the service provider has to come out, but because of all the storms and there's some really serious damage around the
Yeah.
place, we've been really lucky. But yeah, who knows when the internet will be up and running again. But I guess that means I'm going to have to go into the office on Tuesday when we get back to work.
Has the weather calmed down up there? Like, 'cause it's been
Yeah,
a bit scary. Do you get used to it?
yeah. No, when the downpours really happen, I'm still not used to, because I'm from WA. We never
Yeah.
really had flooding or anything like that, and so
Yeah.
when it really starts to rain hard, in the back of my mind, I'm always sort of going, okay, do I need to, have we got enough supplies? Are we going to get cut off? Or,
Yeah.
and we're okay where we are now, but where we lived before, there was lots of hills and valleys. And so what would happen is if there was a big downpour and it got flooded, you would be isolated. You wouldn't be able to get through in
Yeah.
or out. So,
Yeah.
so in the back of my mind, that's what I'm always thinking, or damage to the house, obviously. But we've been really lucky.
Well, for everyone that doesn't know Australian geography, so I live in the south of Australia. So the weather is usually pretty mild and consistent, albeit like colder. But where Cherie lives is like on the tropical east coast of Australia, on the Pacific Ocean, and they tend to get like occasional cyclones or hurricanes, as they're known in the northern hemisphere, and lots of rain, and but it's usually warmer, which is a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's a pro and a con. I mean, I'm a cold weather person, so why I'm living in the subtropics is such a weird concept. But hey, this is where I landed, so it's just how it worked out. But yeah, it's not too bad where we are here. Further north is pretty bombastic in terms of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
humidity and the heat
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
even Sydney's been getting crazy weather this year,
Yeah.
so.
So climate change, right?
How's it been down in Melbourne? Has it been cool or?
It all from Christmas up until yesterday, it rained every day, and it's been cool. So we've had a rainy Christmas, but like a couple of years ago, it was really like hot in the 40s every day, and so it's so like you can never predict it. A line on beauty. I've recently purchased Diptyque EDP current version because that's the one I'm interested in. I think I've talked to you about this as well when I was looking for a bottle, maybe Cherie. So So I'm curious. A line on beauty. This Diptyque EDP, the current version. How close is it to? Actually, you might not have smelled a vintage. If anyone knows, let me know. Because I'm
Oh no, shit! I
very.
think they're saying they've had a decant of the vintage. So yeah,
Oh
I'd
yeah,
be
yeah,
interested
yeah,
to know too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know if you missed this earlier, Cherie, but I've had a few drinks, so I'm not completely with it.
That's all right. That's okay. I've had a cold, so my voice is all weird. And then
Oh,
I filmed a video earlier today, and yeah, I'm talked out, but my voice is all crackly. But Matt has cracked the champagne, I think, so I probably will have a glass coming to me in the not too distant future.
yeah. Well, look, I'm not going to stay on very long, and I want to have a drink before midnight, and then I'm going to go to
Oh
bed
yeah,
at.
because it's almost 11 for you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't
That's right.
realize it was that late.
You're an hour behind. That's correct. Yeah, it's 10:53 p.m. here. So Cherie's in a different time zone, everyone. So it's 1 hour behind us, and then the west coast of Australia is still 3 hours away from midnight.
And I may
Yeah,
have missed it, but do you have a scent of the night for your New Year's?
yeah. I'm still wearing Pandora from Sinclair
Nice.
scents. But I was just saying how you can't buy bottles of Sinclair here because there's no kind of distribution or shipping
No,
from the US
I've
to
been trying to get
Australia.
some for ages.
Yeah, but I was able to buy samples just because they were easier to ship to me. But yeah, like they're really good indie niche brand. Everything I've smelt from them has been really good, albeit like there's probably a couple of them that are too floral for me. So she does really good floral perfumes as well. Hi, Aleph. How are you? Nice to see you. What have you been drinking? You just drinking champagne tonight?
I probably will just have some champagne because I haven't been very well, so I think I'll take it easy.
Yeah. Have you
And
have
I'm
you had
probably
a? There's been a few people have colds like in the last couple of weeks,
yeah.
bad colds and bugs.
Yeah, I'm a bit over it because I was sick while I was away for a
Yeah,
month. I got
yeah.
really sick before we went, and I never got better until we got back. And then I don't know, I just feel like I've been really sick this year. So, but I haven't. It's not been anything even worthwhile going to the doctor about, except for when I went away. That the 2 days before we got on the plane, I was thinking I really should be probably going to the doctor right now. I couldn't get in; it was too late by then. But yeah, I'm a bit over being sick, to be honest. This is the worst year
Oh,
I've had for a while for being sick. So I'm looking forward to 2024. I think, and partly I think it may be uh, how my lifestyle has been this year. We've done a lot of celebrating, and there's been a lot of
yeah.
wine, and
You've
I
had a
think
lot of.
maybe
Yeah. Well, you had the big trip. You got married. Weren't you even renovating the house this year as well?
oh, where
At some point. Yeah.
we will be renovating for years. It's an
Have
ongoing
you
project.
um have you met my dog, Cherie? I'm going to see if she can come and
I,
say
I,
hello to everyone.
other than in photos, I don't believe
No.
so.
Hey, Fudge. Fudge. You want to come here? Come here. Over here. I just don't want her tripping over any cords. Jump up. Up. Come on. You want to say hello? Oh, can you all see her? There she is.
Oh, she's beautiful. How old
She
is
this,
Fudge?
she's 11 years old. She just turned 11. She's a chocolate labradoodle, and she just is a kisser. All right, you can go. You can go back and sleep. She was sleeping, and I woke her up. It's all right. It's all right. Where are Poppy? Where's Poppy now?
Oh
Oh, there
well,
she is.
you've just mentioned her. Yeah, she's well, Matt. I think Matt's been out talking to the next door neighbour, so I think they've
Okay.
just come in. So she
All right.
may she may or may not come upstairs, but we'll see.
That's all right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stay on much longer. I mean, there's a few people watching, but we're not getting much in the chat in terms of stuff to talk about. But it's lovely to see you on New Year's Eve.
Thanks, you too. Well, this is great because again, there's no way I could have. I wasn't thinking I could do a live because of our internet being down, and I wasn't sure how the data was going to go. But obviously, on my phone, joining somebody else's live, it works okay.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
been a perfect opportunity to jump on and say hi to people and to you
yeah.
and yeah, speak to some
Well,
people.
I'm glad I got to see you. Well, hang on. We've got one comment. Oh, let's have a look. Patty says Christmas and birthday gift to myself, bottle of Le Lion. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's funny because you were one of the first people I knew to smell Le Lion, or at least talk about it on social media.
Yeah.
So I got one of my very first impressions from you. But I remember you saying that your very early impressions were, the whole Shalimar thing, but you still preferred Shalimar. Yeah, like, have
Yeah,
you
and I
smelled
still
Lily
do.
on
Yeah.
since? Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
have, and because I think I sent you that very decant that I
yes,
have.
yeah. I've still got that decant. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
I sampled it a few more times, even after you sort of fell in love with it, and I kept it
Yeah,
for a bit. I kept spraying it to sort of try and reconcile with it, but it's just not for me. I think it's too strong for me, to be honest.
yeah, that's fair
I
enough.
prefer the softer Shalimar. And actually, Cos came around yesterday,
Yeah.
and he had just picked up a vintage bottle of Shalimar Eau de Toilette, and he had it
Oh,
with
he's been
him
a
to
busy
show
boy.
me. He has,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Ah.
we spritzed it on, and I just smelled amazing the whole day. It
Oh,
was so
wow.
good, and that vintage stuff is so different too. So I mean, I know a lot
Oh,
of people. I mean, Le Leon is very different to Shalimar. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
there is a similarity there,
yeah,
but it's not. It's definitely not the same. But I still prefer, if I'm going to have that scent profile, I'd rather have Shalimar, and I have
yeah,
bottles of the stuff anyway. So
yeah.
it's like this
And you
makes
got a
no
few
sense to buy
different
new.
flankers as
I
well.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, but yeah, his vintage Shalimar had that really leathery tone to it, but it was the eau de toilette, so it was a bit lighter, and it
yeah.
was just so beautiful. Yeah, so but anyway, I don't know. We got off topic, but yeah, I have tried
No, no, no,
Leon,
no,
and
no.
I
That's
have tried to like it, and I eventually realised that perhaps I need to come back to it in a few years' time. So that's why
yeah,
I sent
yeah.
you the decant, because
Well, thank you for that.
that's all right.
You're still doing your role of perfume enabler for me. But I haven't bought a bottle yet, just because that decant's lasting me
Well, it's
ages,
so
because
strong.
yeah,
Yeah.
you only need two sprays. But obviously I've missed, like, I missed out on getting it before they put the prices up again and all that. But when the time comes, if I really want it, I'll just pay the money. I'm not
Yeah.
fussed. All right, I might call it quits here. We're nearly 45 minutes. Thanks for hopping on at very short
Thanks
notice. It
for
was lovely
having
to
me.
see you.
Yes, you
And
too.
have a great new year, and everyone have a happy new year. Enjoy, have some drinks, have fun. And I'll see you and everyone else in the new year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.
See you, Cherie. Thank you.
Bye.